Hello students, today we are going to start the fifth chapter of English Literature class 7th. Always be grateful. Mostly all of us think that we humans are helpful and grateful to others while wild animals do not have such feelings. Do you think that it is true in all circumstances? If you do, then read the following folklore and find out yourself. Once a good man was passing through a forest. He was looking for water all around. He found a dry well. When he looked into it, he heard voices calling out to him. A lion, a snake, a goldsmith, and a barber had fallen into it and couldn't get out. So a good man was passing by a forest and he found a dry well. Inside it, from inside it, there was a voice coming of a lion, a snake, and a goldsmith and a barber. The lion said, "Please help me to get out of the well. I promise you that I'll not forget your good deed." The man said, "Just the thought of a lion makes me shudder. If I take you out, you will eat me up. You must be hungry." So that good man said that if I take you out the lion, then you may eat me because you must be hungry. The lion said, "Oh no, it is not so. I promise not to do you any harm. Please help me and take me out." With the help of some strong vines that were growing nearby, the good man pulled the lion out. The lion said, "Remember to visit me. I live in this forest. I would like to give you something. Before I go, let me give you a piece of advice. Do not help the two men. They are evil." So, after coming out of the well, the lion said to the man that, "Remember to visit me. Please come to me, I'll give you something. And also, there is an advice, do not take out the two men who were inside the well." So, who were they? There was a goldsmith and a barber. These were the two men who, whom the lion called evil. Then the snake begged the man to take him out. When the good man said he was terrified of the snakes, the snake too promised to do him no harm. At this, the man helped the snake as well as to come out of the well. Before he went his way, he asked the man to think of him if he ever needed his help. So, after the snake came out of the well, the snake said to the man that, please think about me whenever you need my help." And the snake too warned him against helping the barber and the goldsmith. So the lion and the snake both said that do not help the man, do not help the goldsmith and the barber. But when the barber and the goldsmith begged him to help them also, the good man relented, thinking, "They are human beings like me," and he let down some vines and pulled them out. So the good man thought that they are also human beings like me, so I should help them also. So he pulled them out of the well. They both thanked him over and over and asked him to visit them in the nearby city. They too promised to reward him for his good deed. The barber and the goldsmith also promised the good man to gift him something for his good deed. After his travels, the good man happened to visit the jungle again and found the lion. The lion was delighted to see him, took him around, and gave him a diamond ring as a present at parting. So the lion gave him a diamond ring. Then the good man visited the city and looked for the goldsmith and the barber. They showed courtesy to him, but when he showed them the diamond ring on his finger, they secretly reported about him to the king. So, when the good man showed his diamond ring to the goldsmith, what he did? He reported what they did. They reported to the king about him. The king had a daughter who had been killed by a lion while on a journey in the forest. He had sent a town crier all over the kingdom to announce that anyone who had any clue to her death, anyone who found any of her ornaments, would get a reward. Now, the diamond ring did belong to the king's daughter. Now, the diamond ring that the good man was having, that belonged to the daughter of the king. So the king made an announcement in the whole town with the help of a town crier that if anybody knows about anything of the ornament or the diamond ring of his daughter, and anything about the death of his daughter, any reason, please contact the king. The barber was now a kotwal, a bailiff in the king's service, and he promptly arrested the good man and threw him in jail and tortured him. So the barber now became the kotwal, the bailiff of the king. And what he did, he arrested the good man and tortured him in the jail. The man told them over and over again that he was innocent and that the ring was really a gift from a lion. Who would believe him? The king thought he had killed his daughter and stolen the ring. So he sentenced the good man to death. In jail, feeling desperate, it occurred to him to think that of the snake, who at once appeared before him and asked, "What can I do for you?" The good man told him everything that had happened. The snake said, "I told you not to rescue those evil men, but I'll help you get out of here as you helped me once to get out of a tight spot. I'll go and bite the queen. You send words to the king that you can draw out the poison and save her life. I'll do the rest." So they planned something. The good man asked for help from the snake, and the snake gave an idea to the good man that how can he come out of the jail. So the idea was to that the snake will go and bite the queen, and then he will send a message. The good man will send a message that he can draw out the poison, and actually the snake was going to take out the poison. Moving ahead. That very night the queen lay senseless, bitten by a venomous snake. The king sent messengers everywhere for doctors and magicians. The queen was in agony, and everyone thought her last hour had come. The next day, when the good man was about to be beheaded, as a last request, he offered his services to cure the queen and save her life. So according to the plan, the good man asked the king, and his last wish was to cure the queen. He was immediately sent for, and as soon as he was in her chamber, his friend the snake appeared. So the snake appeared when the good man entered the chamber of the queen. The good man made a sign to him. Immediately the snake put his mouth to the wound and drew back his own poison. The queen was well again. So the queen was again fit and fine, because the snake took away and drew back his own poison. The king was pleased and grateful, but he was still angry with the man because he thought he had killed his daughter. The good man told his story again and again. He even called the barber and the goldsmith, and his witnesses to tell the king how he had pulled them as well as the snake and the lion out of the well. But the goldsmith and the barber said they had never seen the man before. In despair, he wished the lion would come and confirm his story.
So, as soon as he wished it, the lion arrived in the city with the great pride of lions, and the city was filled with their majestic roars. So the lion, who was helped by the good man, arrived in the city with the pride of lions. Pride means the group of lions. It is collective noun, and the collective noun of the collection of lions is called the pride. So the king and the citizens were amazed and terror stricken. The king was now convinced that the good man was telling the truth, and the lions disappeared. Although the barber and the goldsmith denied everything, the king ordered them to be beheaded in the good man's place. Thus, their evil deed brought their own downfall. So, the barber and the goldsmith denied till the end that they have not done anything wrong, and they did not lie. But they were punished at the place of the good man. And so, their evil deed was brought to an end. The story is written by A.K. Ramanujan. So, students, after the explanation of this chapter, you have to write the word meanings in your copy, and in the next segment we will discuss the question answers and other exercises. Stay tuned.